For thousands of years, humans have done something strange. We have crossed oceans, built cities, created machines, and explored space, but one ancient habit followed us through almost every stage of civilization: drinking alcohol. From prehistoric villages to powerful empires, from simple fermented fruits to carefully crafted wines and beers, humans repeatedly return to the same mysterious behavior. But why? Why would a species that evolved to survive choose a substance that can damage the body, change the mind, and sometimes destroy lives? Was alcohol just a mistake humans kept repeating? Or was there something deeper behind our obsession with drinking? The surprising answer is that alcohol may not have started as a problem. It may have started as a solution. And the story begins millions of years before the first human raised a cup. Long before humans built farms, cities, or civilizations, our ancestors were already surrounded by alcohol. Not the bottles and drinks we know today, but something much older: nature itself. When fruits become too ripe, natural sugars begin to break down through fermentation. Yeast, tiny organisms that live on plants and in the environment, transform sugar into alcohol. For most animals, this process is just part of nature. But for early humans and their ancestors, it may have created a powerful attraction. Scientists studying primates have found that many monkeys and apes are naturally drawn toward fermented fruits. This behavior may have deep evolutionary roots. Millions of years ago, our ancestors lived in forests where finding enough food was a daily challenge. A slightly fermented fruit was not useless. It was still a source of energy, and the smell of alcohol may have acted like a biological signal. It suggested one important thing: this food contains sugar, and sugar means calories. For a hungry early human, calories meant survival. But something unusual happened during human evolution. Our ancestors did not just consume fermented foods occasionally. They developed a unique relationship with them, a relationship that would eventually change human history. For most of human existence, we were hunter-gatherers. We moved across landscapes searching for animals, plants, and anything that could provide energy. But around 10,000 years ago, everything changed. Humans began farming, and farming accidentally created the perfect conditions for alcohol production. Grains, fruits, and honey could now be stored in large quantities. But stored food had a problem. Without modern preservation methods, it could spoil, and sometimes that spoilage created fermentation. A mistake became a discovery. One of humanity's oldest inventions may have been found not through planning, but through observation. Early humans likely noticed that certain liquids changed over time. They smelled different, they tasted different, and they created a strange effect on the mind. This was not just a drink anymore. It was a new human experience. Archaeological evidence suggests that ancient societies were producing alcoholic beverages thousands of years ago. One of the oldest known examples comes from ancient China, where researchers found evidence of fermented drinks made from rice, honey, and fruit over 9,000 years ago. Alcohol was becoming part of human culture, but the reason humans kept drinking was not only because they enjoyed feeling intoxicated. The real secret was much deeper. Alcohol was solving problems that ancient humans faced every day. Imagine living thousands of years ago. No clean water systems, no refrigerators, no antibiotics, no supermarkets. Getting safe drinking water was not always easy. In many ancient societies, fermented drinks had one major advantage: they were often safer than contaminated water. The fermentation process could reduce harmful microorganisms. This does not mean ancient alcohol was always healthy. It was not, but compared to unsafe water sources, fermented beverages could provide a reliable alternative. Alcohol also solved another human problem: social connection. Humans are not just survival machines. We are social creatures. Our success as a species came from cooperation, sharing food, building trust, creating communities. And alcohol had a unique psychological effect. It reduced social barriers. It encouraged conversation. It created rituals. Across cultures, drinking became connected with celebrations, friendships, religious ceremonies, and important events. The drink itself was only part of the story. The bigger story was what happened around it. A shared drink created a shared experience. And humans have always been attracted to things that bring groups together. But there was another reason alcohol became almost impossible to escape. It changed the way humans felt. The human brain is designed to remember rewarding experiences. When something feels pleasurable, our brain marks it as important. Alcohol affects areas involved in reward, relaxation, and social bonding. It can temporarily reduce anxiety and make people feel more connected. For ancient humans living difficult lives filled with danger, hunger, and uncertainty, moments of relief were powerful. A drink was not just a drink. It was a temporary escape from a harsh world. But this created a complicated relationship. The same substance that brought people together could also create problems. Ancient civilizations understood this contradiction. Some cultures celebrated drinking, others warned about excess. Ancient writings from different societies contain both praise and criticism of alcohol. Humans recognized its power. They knew it could create happiness, but they also knew it could take control. And this conflict has continued for thousands of years. Because alcohol is not simply a chemical. It is connected to something much larger: human emotion, human society, and the way we search for pleasure and connection. As civilizations grew, alcohol became more than a personal habit. It became an economic force. Ancient societies produced, traded, and taxed alcoholic beverages. Beer became an important part of many early agricultural communities. In some places, workers even received beer as part of their daily rations. Wine became associated with trade, culture, and social status. Entire industries developed around producing and distributing alcohol. But why did almost every major civilization develop some form of alcohol? Because humans everywhere faced similar challenges. We wanted safe drinks. We wanted social bonds. We wanted celebrations. We wanted moments of happiness. Different cultures created different beverages. But the human motivation behind them was surprisingly similar. Alcohol survived because it connected with basic parts of human nature: our desire to belong, our desire to relax, our desire to escape, and our desire to create meaning through rituals. But there is still one mystery. If alcohol has caused so many problems throughout history, why did humans never completely abandon it? The answer may reveal something important about humanity itself. Humans rarely abandon things that provide both benefits and risks. Fire can destroy homes, but we use it because it also provides warmth and energy. Technology can create problems, but we continue developing it because it also improves our lives. Alcohol exists in a similar space. It has been medicine, ritual, currency, celebration, and entertainment. It has been part of human stories for thousands of years. The reason ancient humans never stopped drinking may not be because they were careless. It may be because alcohol became deeply connected to the way humans live. It became part of our celebrations, our friendships, our traditions, our history. But understanding why humans drink also teaches us something about ourselves. Because the same ancient brain that searched for fermented fruit thousands of years ago is the brain we still carry today.
The story of alcohol is not just the story of a drink. It is the story of humanity, a story about survival, a story about curiosity, a story about how humans transform simple things from nature into powerful parts of culture. Our ancestors did not know about chemistry. They did not understand fermentation. They did not know how alcohol affected the brain, but they discovered something that would follow humanity for thousands of years: a simple transformation of sugar into something that could change how people felt, connected, and celebrated. From ancient villages to modern cities, the drink changed. The world changed. But the human desire behind it remained the same. Because perhaps the biggest mystery is not why humans started drinking. The real mystery is why, after thousands of years, we are still searching for the same feeling.